What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Wednesday, June 8th, and today we're going to be talking about a new NFT collection on Magic Eden, and that is called GhostKidDAO. Now, a lot has happened in the past 3 days, but in today's video, I'm going to share with you what has happened in the past 3 days and why the floor price is skyrocketing, along with an amount that is being listed dwindling as we speak. Now, is this a good time to invest in this project? Should you be aping in, or should you avoid this and wait for the dip? So with that said, guys, as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So with that said, guys, let's go ahead and begin. Now, there is a total supply of around 4K, with amount of unique holders around 2,895. Now, not too long ago, we're going to talk about this in a little bit, this total listed amount was much higher than this. And we're going to share with you those numbers. But guys, there are some great deals here that you can get for 23 Solana. Now, this is roughly around like $900 to $1,000, maybe just roughly around $1,000, depending on the time of this recording and when you see this. But again, I'm going to share with you some things of kind of how I found out about this project and why I decided to buy one myself. So let's go ahead and start with the first slide. So it all started with Frankie DeGods. Now, Frankie DeGods, if you don't know, he is the founder of the DeGods NFT collection. And right now it's hovering around 399 Solana to a 400 Solana floor price, which is astonishing. It's one of the top collections, one of the best collections out there on Magic Eden and on the Solana blockchain. But in this tweet, he said, "I keep hearing about this effing GhostKidDAO. Who are the founders? Would love to chat with them. Sounds like savages." So I was like, okay, he brought it up, but I'm not going to look into this because I wasn't sure about the artwork. I wasn't sure about the community. I wasn't sure about anything, but he was interested. And then shortly after that, this tweet was shared by Caleb, and he shared that this person, Frankie, went into their Discord, and because he had a ghost, that means a ghost emoji in that Discord is basically approving that you have verified that you have bought one of these NFTs. And so he actually bought one, and he says, "There we go, I'm in." Crazy, right? And then later on, he responds to this person saying bullish for GhostKidDAO. And he sees that it pumped. Now, right here is when Frankie DeGods purchased his GhostKid NFT, and then it skyrocketed, and then it took a major dip. We call that a breather if it's, you know, a really bullish collection, and then went straight back up again. And he even agrees, same honestly. So that was the first time I heard about this collection. So what is the second time? Well, the second one was when Alexis Wren, who is starting her own NFT collections called the Sirens World NFT, she shared this on her Twitter. And she says, "I'm going to start sharing the Web3 projects I invested in and the NFTs I love. Curious to see which community rates the hardest. Always stoked to see the power behind these JPEGs." So she bought one of these, and in response, I decided, you know what, I'm going to buy one of these as well. So I said, thanks to Alexis Wren, I'm now officially GhostKidDAO number 4634. Are we going to be the largest DAO on Solana? So this is mine right here. Shortly after that, Alexis shared this on her page, and she said, "Welcome." So basically, she was welcoming me into the community of the GhostKidDAO. And if you go to her page, she has 1.4 million followers. And again, it's amazing that she's aping into really great projects from Ape Tribe to GhostKidDAO as well. So shortly, I started doing some research, and I noticed that a whole bunch of DeGod people, I follow DeGods a lot, and DeGods has aped into Ape Tribe, which has made me very bullish on the project as well. But they've also now started aping into GhostKidDAO. So, you know, see, for instance, this guy is looking for 13 chain gangs left. So basically, these are the guys that have chains. And so you can look for these characters with these chains, but even he's eyeballing these as well. Now, this guy actually bought a whole bunch of these. This is a great example of someone who just bought a ton. He bought 8 of these GhostKidDAOs, and he says, "Am I doing this right?" I'll let you know my opinion, and that is, you are doing it right. And this guy made a really good point. He says, "It was a really good reason I spent 33 Solana to acquire this naked GhostKidDAO. In a few months, this is going to be a bargain of the century." The reason that is because it has limited traits. So the less traits that you have, the better. So some people have 4 traits. Some people have 2 traits, 4 traits, 3 traits. And it really depends on the design. But the less traits you have, the more rare it is. And so this guy actually scored one for 33 Solana, which I think is not actually a bad deal. There's a reason why it costs that much. Jimmy said, "I had to join GhostKidDAO after all I heard about them. Let's see what the community can do." So if you don't know, the hashtag for GhostKidDAO is WAGBoo, and then another one is Boolish. We also have this guy who owns a DeGods, and this DeGod is particularly a really expensive one of the rarest ones. I would say this is like above 400 Solana floor price. Well, he also decided to boo into this, if you could say, and he ended up joining into the GhostKidDAO. Now, next up, we also have a couple more slides, which is that this one sold for 30. I'm going to share these price points with you because if you're ever wondering how much these are selling for, well, you go to GhostKidDAO sales bots, which shows you every single purchase that is bought within the GhostKidDAO in any marketplace. So this is the place for it. And again, sold for 30 Solana. People are paying premium price dollars for this, right? So don't forget. Now, this post I shared not too long ago, and this was on 2 days ago on Monday. Now, I said, wait, only 5.5%, which is 275 of the 5K GhostKid NFTs are listed on Magic Eden. Now, if you don't know, there's 700,000 plus traders that are trading in and out of Magic Eden. Now, in my opinion, I'm sensing that DeGod's floor price is incoming. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But again, remember, I said that in this post, it was 275, 5.5% listed, right? So what has happened since then? Well, this was just announced today. So GhostKidDAO just told us that we have reached a 20 SOL floor price, which is a lot higher, with less than 4% that are listed on the market floor. That just happened with a span of 3 days. So there's only 173 roughly in the time of this picture that was posted. Imagine there's 700,000 traders. There's 173 left. You got to do the math there. Now, not all of them are 20 Solana. I'm sure a lot of them are in the hundreds, maybe in the 20s, 30s, whatever. It's much higher, so it's not going to be like 173 is just going to be gone like that, but it will dwindle. And the more that people are accumulating these and the less that are on the market, that means that those people have control over the price of the floor. So they can choose as a community to change the floor price to 1,000 if they wanted to. I'm just making this as an example, and it's just my own opinion. Again, not financial advice. So this guy shared a really funny chart, which was Wagboo. So he saw the chart of what's going on with this NFT collection, and it formed a W, or we can call this a head and shoulder. But he decided to write Ragboo, which I thought was really funny. So let's give a shout out to Soul NFT Lord. If you do, subscribe to his channel on Twitter. So I thought that was really funny. Now, this is a really good point from El Koala. He said, what if we really become the largest DAO? Think about it. We've already escaped from the shadows. Anything below 50 SOL is just fear, uncertainty, and doubt, aka FUD. We control the price. Let's make this DAO exclusive. I think this is a really good point. Why not make it exclusive? So if you're buying into the NFT, you're buying in not just the community, but consider it like an exclusive membership, and that you're a part of this organization, this part of this group that can control like what this is worth. What is this NFT collection worth? And if you have a small amount of people who can control that price, that's exactly what's going to happen. So I'm really happy to be part of this crew as well. Now, what you don't know is that this was sent out in the beginning of the week. Now, GhostKidDAO, which is their official Twitter, said that, do you remember this? Snapshot and airdrop can happen anytime this week. You've been warned. So if you bought any time, say for instance Monday up to even till today, which is Wednesday, you're going to get one of these. It looks like a potion, but who knows if this could excel your NFT? Who knows if this can create a second edition of your NFT? Because again, there's only 5,000. Maybe there's another 5,000 coming up. But this is something that's going to be airdropped to people who own one of these GhostKidDAO NFTs in their wallet and don't list on their marketplace. Now, next up, let's go ahead and start winding it down because we want to talk about what you should be looking out for. Now, Moonrank is the top ranking rarity system that you can use to find out any NFT in the Solana blockchain. So if we look here for the GhostKidDAO, these are the tools that you will look for. And right now, we want to look for best traits, the rarest traits. What's the best investment? So right now, there's a different one-on-ones, right? You have the gold Daft Punk one, you have Katsuni, but again, these are really expensive unless you can find them on the floor price, and maybe they're not even listed. So if you don't have the funds for that, well, let's look for other things. Now, I always try to look for things that have the best traits, the best rarities for the cheapest price. So if I were to say anything, look for something that has the ghost, right? This is the ghost background. Or maybe you want to look for something that has the wind background, which looks like this. Or something that I got, which is the energy background, right? And again, the reason I suggest these is because there's a limited number of these backgrounds compared to the other ones, which is 500 or 400. So I think these are at least a lot more sought after. What else? Let's go to a different category. Let's look at the body, right? So the best body that you can look for is either these, which is the suits, which we already checked out, but there's also the soul, right? And when we talk about the soul, we're looking at these things, these little blue guys. These are the souls. So those are one of the most sought after ones. And also, if you want to look for the lost soul, these are the black ones. Those are also the most sought after ones. So maybe that's going to help you, assist you in finding the right one. Now let's go ahead and look at clothes. What is the rarest one? I would say is the blue suit. So if you can find a ghost in a blue suit, that would be amazing. That would allow you to understand how rare this is. Now, last one, not least, we're going to look for the hat. And that is the horn. I think the horn is one of the most sought after ones, and it's going to be the most expensive. So if you see any horns out there, that's something that you should definitely grab. And then the next is the halo, right? We want to look for something that actually has like kind of an angel ring hovering above your head. But I think that's really promising as well if you can find it out there. But that is limited to 140 compared to these other ones, which is 300, 400, so forth, so on. So that's the tool that you can use to find which NFT in the GhostKidDAO you should look out for. Now, next up, I just want to share with you some statistics shared by Magic Eden, which was that GhostKidDAO is ranked number 7 out of the whole marketplace. Now, this was posted on June 2nd, so that was a little while back, and today is June 8th. A lot has changed since then. I think GhostKidDAO is actually going to be in the top 5 moving from there. Now, if you don't believe me, let's go ahead and look at some statistics. Now, if we look at inspect, we can see that GhostKidDAO is hovering around 12. Now, this is a great tool to understand when and how people are changing their profile pictures on Twitter. So, you can see here that a majority of people that are changing their profile pictures from the Solana blockchain is OK Bears, Trip and Ape, Solana Monkey Business, Sets on Crec. But also there's Boogle and GhostKidDAO, but still GhostKidDAO, as a project as it is 12th place. It's beaten Stoned Ape Crew. It's beaten Tayo Robotics. I mean, this is just insane. It's even beaten Ape. So GhostKidDAO is definitely under the radar, and it's going to definitely go up if people change their profile pictures, but it isn't doing that right now. But that's okay. Maybe you're not wanting to, maybe you don't care about people changing their profile pictures, right? Maybe you care about the technicals, the analytics around it. Well, let's talk about this one. So this is Soul Sniper. This kind of tells you where everything's going in terms of volume, in terms of trading. And surprisingly, yesterday, GhostKidDAO was actually down here around the 8 to 10 range, and then it jumped all the way up to 4th, which is crazy. It's even beaten Trip and Ape Tribe and Great Goats, and right now it's on 4th place, almost trying to flip Fat Cat's Capital, and maybe even OK Bears. We never know. But guys, it's up 61%. That's like ginormous. Like, that's a huge pump. So I don't know what's going on within the space, but people are aping into it, which is why we're at a floor price around 23.9 Solana. So if you don't even believe that, let's go ahead and look at the actual analytics. Now, this is the actual chart. Now, when I bought into it around here. And this is when Alexis Wren posted the article of her buying one of these. And then back here, this is also when Frankie D. Gods posted his little tweets about him aping into GhostKidDAO as well. But I bought in around here. But as you notice, we've formed different death crosses and golden crosses, and it keeps zigzagging. But we had a major buying volume and a sharp decrease in NFTs being sold. And as you can see, just within the span of 1 month, we went from May all the way to June from almost 1,000 of these NFTs down to less than 200. So that is shocking to see that. And people are listing theirs for all sorts of prices. Like, this guy had one of these ghost bodies and is listed for 100 Solanas. Remember the Halo? Well, that's 39 right now. So people are buying or selling one of these at a crazy, crazy price. So again, this is showing you what's going on behind the scenes that we don't know of. Now, the last thing I'm going to close off with is the staking. Now, once you buy one of these, you have the option to stake your NFTs to earn some BOO tokens. You can either do lock free, which basically means that you don't have to lock it up for a certain period of time. You can withdraw these, you can unlock whenever you want and sell it on the market, do whatever you want. You can stake it for 15 days or 30 days. I decided I wanted to do a lock free one. So in here, I'm earning basically BOO tokens every single day. And make sure that you'll see your NFT up here, but you got to make sure to click on the deposit button, which will show up around here so that it is deposited in your vault. So once you do that, you can then begin staking. Right now mine says end staking, but I'm not going to click on that. After that, you have to click refresh. And the reason why I click refresh is because this will not automatically accumulate BOO tokens for you on this basically chart, you have to refresh it so that it shows the updated version. And it'll show you like, this is June 6th when it was updated. Today is June 8th. So what I would have to do is refresh this, and then it will add more boo tokens. Again, you earn 8 boo tokens every single day for a lock-free staking. I'm not familiar with how much boo you earn for 15 days or 30 days, but if you do, let me know in the comments down below. So guys, let's go ahead and end it off with my closing statement. What do I think is going to happen? Well, I think there's absolutely going to be a supply shock, period. There's going to be a supply shock. There's over 700,000 traders on Magic Eden. Now, if you just take 5% of those people, the 700,000, this will be gone in like literally a day if they really wanted to buy without caring about the price, right? But there's going to be a supply shock, and that means these people in this community, this group, this crew of GhostKidDAO people, these members are going to control the price of the floor. So 23 right now, is it a good buy-in opportunity? Well, that's up for you to decide. Do you have $1,000 to spare? Again, that's not cheap. But if you see the long road ahead, if you believe in the project and the community, then maybe this is something for you. But again, this is up for you to decide. I decided to get into it because I saw other communities get into it, and as you've seen based on this video, it's definitely going there. I think it's going to follow the same roadmap as DGods, and we know that DGods is around 399 to 400 Solana at its floor price. So do I think GhostKidDAO will get there? In my own opinion, not financial advice, I think it absolutely get close to that point. 23 Solana right now is just the tip of the iceberg. Again, I own one of these. Maybe I'm biased, but you got to invest in things that you believe in. So let that sink in, let that marinate in your mind, and let that help you decide if you want to invest in this or not. Because I'm here to just inform you guys, educate you guys, and let you make the decision on your own. So guys, with that said, as always, if you like what you heard, like what you've seen, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Register on our Patreon page for our insider training tips and more. And don't forget to click on the affiliates link below to receive sign-up bonuses and access the global crypto assets exchange. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.